In today's episode of Rocks, we're talking about what it's like to live as a Muslim person in a foreign, non-Islamic country. Because in most cases, cultural and religious value don't always align. So we're going to be sharing some personal experiences, personal stories, challenges at school, work, and in the environment in general. So I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, you're connected to this story in some levels. And I truly hope that you can learn anything from our mistakes and our experiences. Now, before we start the conversation, I want to ask you a quick favor. Every episode we try our best to find topics that you would be interested in. And in the most simple way you can support us for free is subscribing. But enough talking, let's get started. Alright, brother. I'm excited to talk to you about today's topic because it is something that relates to both of us. Especially in today's day and age, in the modern world, it is a little bit different than it used to be, which is living as a religious man, in our case, a Muslim man, in a foreign country. Not a foreign country, especially in a European country. Because in European countries, Islam is not that popular. So we faced a lot of difficulties because of this, and there was a lot of things we've been through just because we are different than the average in here. Let me know what's your thoughts on this take, and we can go on from there.
Yeah, I'm so excited as well, brother. It's actually a great topic to talk about because we both are Muslims in a European country, which is Hungary. And Hungary is a Christian country, as we all know. And Christianity and Islam doesn't necessarily align with everything with each other. And from my experience, growing up in Hungary, it was so difficult for me because I faced a lot of racism towards Islam, especially because Hungarian people have a mindset of, I don't know if you realized it, but they have a locked mindset. They were raised a certain way, and everything and anything else that doesn't align with their beliefs and religion and teachings in general, they can't accept it. I don't know if you went through the same things that I did, but so let me tell you a story. When I was in elementary school, at 2nd grade and 3rd grade, I believe, I had a teacher there. She taught me, I don't even remember, maybe science? Yeah, something like that. And she was the kind of a person that I already mentioned, that racist, that locked in, that doesn't accept anything else but her beliefs. And me, as a Muslim, I was outside of her beliefs at that time. And she wasn't afraid to show it.
Okay.
So me as a 10 years old boy at that time, 10, 11 years I didn't know what was the reason behind all her actions towards me. I don't want to dig deep of what she did and what she didn't. She didn't do, like, she didn't hit me and stuff like that, but she was separating me from the rest of my class, and it felt horrible at that time, and I didn't know why and what was happening. And as I grew up, when I look back at those days, it's kind of a disgusting feeling, actually. It's a disgusting action towards a child.
That's right.
But okay, you do you, and I do me. But is it necessary to do it against a child who doesn't know what he did? Because I didn't do anything. All she did was just because I was Muslim, and she didn't align with that. So, did you experience anything like this in your lifetime?
I mean, brother, of course, I had stories as well related to these kind of things, which is racism in general. Being in a foreign country, especially in a country where Islam is not that popular, a lot of time people made their beliefs based on the news they hear, based on the stories they see on social media. And those, most of the time, it is played by the government, played by the superior people, because they haven't seen the world outside. We as Muslims did. And what we hear here about Islam and all that, it is the completely opposite most of the time what is really actually happening. About how we punish the girls, and they don't know that girls have most of the rights in Islam. So it is a little bit difficult situation. It's not that the people are bad, it's just they're brainwashed in a way. And it's not completely their fault, because they don't know about what they don't know. So before we start, we have to understand that there is difference between being born in a European country as a Muslim and moving in to this country. We were part of the first option, which we were born here as Muslims. So in our case, we already had that theme that our mom is Hungarian, even though she became Muslim. We had the culture built within ourselves when we grew up. Even though we learned everything as Muslims, we've been going to mosques, we've seen the words in the other way around as well, which is different culture, which you not necessarily you're gonna see those things in a Muslim country. I'm referring here to people eating pork, people drinking alcohol, women especially going out with super short shorts to the street, and their skin is visible everywhere. This is normal for us because we grew up in this environment. But it's not going to be the same for someone living their life in a Muslim country, for their children life, for their teenager life, and suddenly they're 16, 17, they move into this country with that mindset that a teenager guy, someone has. They're going to see that in a whole different way than what we did. Even though it affected us in somehow, it's not going to be the same as someone living their whole life in a way and then suddenly seeing a whole perspective of this world. So knowing that thing, that we've been born here, as I said, we've been lucky enough that we already experienced the culture, we already speak the language, which is also another barrier that someone can face when moving into different countries. The lifestyle in general, we had it built in ourselves. We knew that it is not the correct way of living, but we knew that it exists. So we could have separated it. But people that don't know that this kind of things exist, even though we have social media and all that, it's not the same that living in it. Yeah. So of course we had challenges because the culture and all that. We try to fit in as Muslims. A lot of places, they are racist about it and they don't like the fact that why someone is different. This is the mentality that you told me about the Hungarian people. And I believe it's not about the Hungarian people itself. It's about people in general, the culture. Most people, they are born, they are raised, and they die in the same country. Even though there is access to the outside world, and it is getting bigger and bigger, there is over 10,000 flights every single day going out in the world. But in the same time, if we think about it, 8 billion people in the world. Most of the people, they are born, raised, and they die in the same country. So they build up everything that they believe in based on those things that they see. So when you see racism, it is of course because, oh, he's different. They will start to see it as, he's different, he's different. Different, they don't know that it can be a good thing. It can be something that they can be accepted accept it in. They just see it different. Okay, it is not me. I have to push it away from me. Because if I let it affect me, he's going to change me in a way that I don't want to be like, for example. Or the other way, they hear something about it and they already build up this imagination within their mind that, okay, Islamic people are terrorists, Islamic people are horrible, they abuse women, and all that kind of things that media hear about. And I'm not here to change their mind, but if you're living your whole life in a bubble, basically, in just one source of information in your life, how these people should be not racist in a way. Because I'm not telling everybody is racist. Of course, there's a lot of good people as well. But those who are racist, you cannot really expect them to see the world in a different way because they haven't seen it. This is the thing that I realized in my life, because I've been traveling to over 35, 40 countries over the past 6-7 years. And just seeing how people act in different countries, it is always come back to the culture, to the way they live, their lifestyle, how the government they teaches them. Everything is all about that. They are source of information. Where they are getting in that info. If you don't have much knowledge about the inside world, you won't be able to precede this information to you. So you're just going to be see it different. It's not for me. Different is bad. Different is wrong. Which is not the case. But you cannot really tell these people. This is the difficulty of that part. Of course, I had my own difficulties within these because I were in school and on the 6th grade, there is this guy in the school. I was always, the energetic kids. If there is sports, I played in it. If there's events, I'm in the middle of the event. But I wasn't the only one like that. There was another guy, the completely opposite. He plays football, the cool guy, the cool kid. Everybody wants to be like him, and that kind of guy. We were friends, or I thought that we were friends, until something happened. That something made me not just realize, but he showed me his true, authentic self. We were friends as soon as we were on the field. I played good, he played good. We were bonding in this field. But as soon as there was something misunderstood or something I feel about it in a different way, we had a little touch in there. And he said something I will never forget to this day. It was the first time somebody were this racist with me. He was like, even though I live there, I speak the language that he speaks. He told me, get back to where you came from, you motherfucker. And I'm like, bro, in this time, I'm 6th grade, I lost my mind. I lost my mind completely. I rushed to him and I punched him in the face. When I punched him in the face, he got knocked out. Not knocked out like knocked out, but he got knocked on the floor. And every single person on the class, they've seen that happen. And of course, he's the cool guy. He's the cool kid. How I'm touching this guy. First of all, everybody started to hate me because I hit him. Everybody started to be like, yes, you're that Arab guy, that aggressive guy. So I kind of proved their points in that time. Even though they don't know the backstory of it, they just seen that I hit that guy. And fighting in here is not that popular in general, especially in 6th grade. Everybody owning their own businesses, and if there is something bad happen, hey teacher, he did something bad to me. This is the time that it was happening. In Jordan, it is completely different. We're going to dig deeper into that as well. Maybe not this episode. But here, that I hit him and something bad happened, I just proved their point in a way. And it was really a bad feeling because I couldn't control my emotions, yes. But what he told me, it really affected me deep inside. And not the motherfucker part, because that I cannot explain this feeling. But when I look back, and if you would tell me that, would you change that behavior that you did? I wouldn't. I would still hit him. in that phase. Now if somebody tell me, I don't really mind because I grown, but there it really affected me. And if I wouldn't take this step, I would be affected way more deep inside, that I let him abuse me in a way that I don't deserve that. It is bullying in a way as well. So after that, what happened? He told his mom that I hit him. Also, his nose, I think, was a little bit twisted. And his mom the next day came to me and started to tell me the same thing as his children told. Like, imagine a grown-ass woman come to a school and, hey, you motherfucking Arab, how you hit my children like that? In the middle of the school, and I'm like, little children, looking to the mom like this. What the fuck am I supposed to do? It was really a horrible feeling. And even the owner of the school, what is the name of them?
The principal?
The principal. We went to the principal together with the mom. And the principal haven't even tried to defend me. So this is when I started to feel this racism, that it's really there. That was the first time in my life. And I still remember as it was yesterday. Because it affected me in really deep. But also because I didn't know what it was. Nobody prepared me for these kind of things, that people could be racist. People could be just, they don't want to accept you because you're from a different culture, from a different theme. Even though I speak their language, I don't completely look like an Arab. I'm whiter than a normal average Arab. Been born and raised and lived in this country forever. How am I not kind of the same as you? Why do you want to treat me different? This is why I tried all these questions within my mind that I couldn't find answers to. But as I grew older, of course, I faced multiple scenarios like this. But the more I faced it, now I was aware of it. So it didn't really affect me that much. But yeah, racism is for sure there. And it affects children in a way. So please, if anybody is really watching this and you live in a country where you know that it is not the average, prepare your children for it. Prepare your children for it, because if they see that this is going to be happening with their own eye and without them knowing, it is really going to affect them in a way that it is way deeper than if they would have known already about it. And I'm not completely sure that I phrased that in a completely nice way, but you got the message. If you're going to China, for example, and you see everybody's white, and you go there as a black man, please prepare your children for what is possible to be happening. Don't let them find out by themselves, because it will affect them in a way worse than if they expect it to happen. If they don't, it's good, they live life. But if they're prepared, they can always have that switch in their self. So yeah, brother, what is your take on general being born as a religious person inside of European countries where it's not that popular?
Yeah, I completely agree with the fact that everyone should prepare their children for this kind of lifestyle if they are going through this. And your question to me is kind of the same. If I had children, would I want for them to live in this kind of situation in a foreign country? Actually, it's not about wanting. It's about preparing for life. Because I know deep inside, if anybody, like children, like you are who you are because you went through all the stuff in your childhood. If you didn't go through hardships, you would be, I don't know what kind of guy today. Maybe you're going to be gay, sitting in front of me, I don't know. And not to judge gay people, but it's different. So, it's not about wanting. It's about you have to put your children through hardships as well. because these hardships build the character of people. If you go through everything without any hardship, you won't have any character in life. So yeah, I would want for my children to go through some hardships, not the same kind of hardships that I went through, not in the same way. I would prepare them for sure and tell them 1, 2, 3, you have to expect this, and this behavior from the people around you, and it's completely normal. About religion in a European country, about Islam. Actually, it's so hard. It's not even that hard, but as you all know, people like the habit of fitting in general. Especially when you are growing up, from childhood to adulthood. This phase, you always want to fit in the environment that you see good for yourself. And as a Muslim in Hungary, it was so hard. And I'm not a perfect Muslim. When I was growing up, I kind of cheated sometimes myself out of the religious part of Islam. Like, I remember someday I went out with a group of friends of mine, and we were having fun, and went out to I don't even know, went out to play basketball or something like that. And after the game, we went to a restaurant, and everyone ordered their usual. And at that time, I felt this strong bond with them. And at that moment, I felt like if I was going to order something else than them, I would stand out and they will push me out from this friend zone. I was afraid of this. I was afraid of the reviews of there. And I ordered the same thing. I don't even know. We went to KFC and I ordered something that had pork in it, and I ate it. And it was not even disgusting. I was disgusted from myself at that time, because it's something I never did, and I never imagined I would do for someone else, because I did it for them, not for me. But I was so afraid of the judgment of them that I did it anyway. And till this day, it's haunting me. I can't forget that situation that I was in. And it wasn't the only time. The same thing came back to me again and again and again. I was trying to fit in the environment that I wasn't supposed to be in. And it's so hard as a Muslim. And right now I'm trying to get back to religion, trying to, we are fasting right now. It's Ramadan and we are fasting. And I'm trying to go by the rules of Islam. I'm not perfect yet, but I'm on the way. So yeah, it's hard, but it's a journey that we should go through. I don't know. Brother, let's hear a harsh comment on this lifestyle that I had.
Today's video is sponsored by Ultrahuman. They have created this smart ring that helps you to track your sleep, your recovery, and your metabolism in real time. Since I use it, it's more easy for me to track my performance without getting distracted, because there is no screen on it, so it only gives you the insight that you're looking for. So if you're serious about optimizing your sleep, your recovery, and your energy time during the day, this is really a game changer. Additionally, in my opinion, it looks really cool. So if it sounds something that you would like to get for yourself or for someone that you know, then there's an affiliate link in the description which will give you an additional 10% discount code. It will also help grow this channel. But let's go back to the episode. I like that you mentioned a specific thing, and I'm going to get back to it. But first of all, there is no harsh comment can be made here, because the children is who most of the time what he surrounds himself with, and not only the children, a person in general. So if being a children, you don't really know what are the things that you should be doing because you're not fully prepared for it, even though your parents, I'm sure our parents kind of prepared you for what is happening, but it wasn't the fully preparation, I would say. Because they told us the rules. But when you tell a children not to play with fire, what does the children do? He goes and play with fire. So this is what I believe most people do wrongs with their children. Training them and letting them aware of things, teaching them, is not about telling them what is wrong and what is right. It is about life experience. And this is where most parents mess up. I'm not saying that our parents messed up, but somehow, yes, they did. In some fields, they did. Yeah. And there is no perfect Muslim. There is no perfect human. There is no perfect situation. We as people have to make the perfect out of the situation we can get. What is a perfect life for a Muslim? Perfect life for a Muslim is to be having working in something related to Islam, so I'm spreading the goodwill and praying and not worrying about anything in life. Where do you see that? Nowhere. Everybody stresses. Everybody have this within them, even though they are fully religious. They are fully giving themselves all to the hands of God and their faith and everything. They still stress. They still have all these emotions, all these feelings within themselves. So it is not perfect. There is no single human, Muslim, Christian, any one religion, that has never thought of attempting to do something bad. Just the knowing that I cannot drink alcohol, and even if I think about, what it's like to drink alcohol, what it's like, this thinking by itself is wrong. But I'm pretty sure everybody had it in their life. Not about specifically alcohol, but something wrong. And the temptation within their mind. Exactly. And this is the perfect situation that you can get out of this. It's not perfect that because I'm already doing something bad. What is the perfect that I can do in this situation? Or not the perfect. The best that I can do in this situation. Force myself to not think of those and get back to the straight line. Which is hard, which is difficult. And I like that you mentioned that it is a journey. It is a journey. My wife just became Muslim recently. She's doing big steps in her life, which she didn't do for 23 years, 24 years in her past life. She didn't do any of these things, which is wearing hijab, praying every day 5 times, fasting Ramadan while she can. These are steps that she never even thought that she's going to be attempting. But because she committed, she gave a commitment not just to herself, but to the religion that I'm committing to this, even if it's hard, she's progressing. But this quick switch doesn't mean that she can do everything perfectly. Yeah. She cannot do everything perfectly. Let's say she wears the hijab for 2-3 days, then she take it off. She's not completely wearing the hijab, for example, for that reason. It is a journey. It is a process. And what is the important thing? That you're aware of it and you don't let the outside noise affect you in a way that, hey, what you're doing is actually wrong. I mean, excuse me, who are you to tell me what I'm doing is wrong? What I do is everything to God and not to you. So you cannot really tell me that I'm doing something wrong. I know it is wrong, but I'm also aware of that I want to improve and I'm on a journey of becoming better. And you don't see that behind what is happening behind closed door. So please shut the fuck up and let me continue my journey. This is a journey.
Sure.
There is difference if I'm aware of it and I'm not acting on it. I'm aware that I should be praying. I'm aware that I shouldn't be doing it, but I do it regardless. This is not a journey anymore. This is something I'm lacking, and I have to realign with my purpose to see if really this is the route that I want to go in, and if yes, it is a lifetime commitment. This is what I respect about Muslim religion so much. Even though Christianity is also, if we think about Christian people that are truly religion and they are truly sticking to their guts and not guts, but the rules that they have to follow, you're going to be saying that what you mentioned about gay people in our religion as well, it is not allowed to be having feelings to the same gender. In Christianity, it is the same. In today's world, it is super normal for a guy to wear pedicure, manicure, do this kind of eyelashes and all that, and go out to the street and, hey guys, let's go out shopping. And I don't even want to mimic them. I feel disgusted. It's not that I don't like gay people. If you are gay and you have these emotions, be it. But please, don't try to push it on me.
Yes.
I even have gay friends. But when I'm with them, they won't ever talk about anything related to gay situation, gay stuffs. And they're acting normal. They even talk normally. This is a normal human being. This is not what the society and all that pushes the people that, yes, be proud of who you are and all that.
Yeah.
This is not allowed. Not in Islam, not in Christianity, not in any deep religion, if we go deep about all these religions. Everyone have their rules and they have to stick to it. Why? So there is no this mindset shift between a man and a woman, for example. If a man know that he need to provide for his family, he need to go out and work, he need to get everything for not just the family and his wife, but everyone around them as well, even their neighbors. He have commitment. As a man, he have to stick to specific things to do in their life. If a woman start to think like that as well, who's going to take care of the children? Because let's face it, women can work hard as well, but to a certain limit. So if everybody goes by their rule, you cannot really mess up too much, because of course you're still gonna mess up, but you cannot mess up too much because you know what you need to do. There is no left, right, coming back. Is this right? Is this wrong? You know what you're supposed to be doing. This is it. This is why I respect religion in general. They commit to a lifestyle which, even if, let's say, religions don't exist, if you live your life with a purpose, your whole life, you have meaning to your life. You give your all in life, be it financially, be it physically, mentally. You try to push yourself to get better, not only for you, but to your surroundings. If you have no purpose, nothing to believe in, why do you want to commit to anything which can make you better? You don't have purpose in life.
True.
What is your purpose? Get rich? It's not big of a purpose. Everybody wants to be rich, I'm telling you. What is the commitment that you're ready to take? It is a journey. And if you understand that, there is no right and wrong. Because you can always decide, is this for me or is this not? So this is my take on it, brother.
Good. Yeah. So it's a good way to look at it, actually. And I cannot disagree with anything that you said. If you want to compare religions, like for example Christianity and Islam, in the roots the two religions aren't that different from each other. We can debate back and forth about which religion should we follow and all that stuff, but if you go back to the roots of the religion and what they're trying to teach you, it's kind of the same in all the religions. But recently I met a guy that converted to Islam from Christianity, and when he told me the reason behind it, it kind of came to a shock to me. So he told me that he couldn't find some answers because in the Bible, Jesus is sometimes written as the messenger of God, and on the next page is written as the Son of the God. And he couldn't find the exact answer that he was looking for on this exact topic.
Sorry to take that, but in some pages he's written as the God himself.
Yes, true. Astaghfirullah. And the guy himself, he couldn't find the answers to these questions. So who is he exactly? Like, who is Jesus? Is he God? Astaghfirullah. Is he the messenger of God? Is he the son of the God? Who is he? Like, he can't be the three persons at the same time. So he was looking for the answers, and he couldn't find it in the Bible. Because the most he searched in the Bible for answers, the more he became chaotic in his mind. So he was trying to find answers outside of the Bible. And because of this, he traveled a lot. And when he went to Israel, the Jewish people there were fasting, and they welcomed him in an unwelcoming gestures. So he went to the Palestinian part and met Muslim people there, and they were fasting as well. And the way the Palestinian people, the Muslim people, welcomed him with warmth and come, you should break the fasting with us and come eat with us and all this stuff. Like, the welcoming environment that he found himself in made him kind of look to the Islam way more than the Christian way. So he started to learn more about Islam in general. He bought a Quran for himself that's translated, and started reading it. And he found that the Quran's teaching is kind of the same as the Bible's basics. Like, it's a more clean version of the Bible. They mention in the Quran that Muhammad and Jesus, Isa, and Moses, all these people are messengers of God. Prophets. Exactly. And they all came with one purpose to the earth. And that's to spread that everyone should follow one God. And he started to learn more about the Quran. He started reading the Quran, and the more he read, the more he understood that the Islam is the true religion. That's what he said. And I was shocked when I was hearing him telling me this story. I was shocked because not everyone can do these steps to step out of the usual thing that is normal to you. Like, we are talking about a religion that you are following your whole life, and because you want to find the answers to specific things, you basically have to move out from this religion itself and find it in other religions. And this, it's another topic, but this can go back to some other topic we talked about in another podcast, that you have to step out of your comfort zone if you want to achieve some things. And basically what he did is exactly this, and it's admirable in my eyes. And that's it. So yeah, we can talk about religion in like for hours and hours and hours. We wouldn't finish. So I say, let's wrap this episode up with a game of, you know what it is.
Barrel game.
A barrel game, bro. Let's do it.
Yeah. What if I wanted to tell you something before we played the barrel game?
No, you don't have to.
What do you mean I don't have to? I want to express my feelings, what you say.
don't have to.
What do I don't have to? خلاص shut me down.
طب خلاص كيف أعطيك المايك؟
لا هي كانت بالconversation ليش أخذتها؟
It's alright. Bro, you want to adapt something
No,
to this?
not anymore.
Not anymore?
Not anymore.
Why? Brother, don't be like this. Don't be a kid.
I don't want to adopt anymore anything related to this story anymore. Let's play a barrel game, and I'm gonna go eat because it is my breaking fast time now. So I just wanted to say one thing about the one thing that you said about religion, that it is a more clean version of the Bible, the Quran. I mean, Quran is more clean version than the about the Bible. What is it? I just wanted to emphasize one thing that you say, that the Quran is just a more clean version of the Bible. And it is exactly how I see religions in my eye. As we say in Quran, it is broken down. Since the Jews came out, since Adam, the first person, came out to life, and the prophets along the way, Abraham, Ismail, and all the prophets came within specific times of period. Everyone came with one message, that there is one God. Within the Jewish time, in Moses' time, Moses' message, who we call Musa, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, came with a message that there is God. He came with a book message from God. At that time, that was everything about religion in that time. But as we progressed in time, more prophets came from God, because he didn't give out everything. What? لا 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 ما بحكي غلط. هذا الشيخ اللي حكى لنا اياه في يوم الجمعة. انت ما سمعت هذا الحكي.
ماشي، لا سمعت. الاشي هذا البني ادمين اللي غيروا بالكتب.
اوكي،
يعني مش الكتاب نفسه، مش الرسالة نفسها.
هيني جايك بالحكي، انت ما خلتنيش اكمل. انا بحكي religion. So as we progressed in time, the religion not particularly changed, but information added up to it. In the Jews' time, there was one God. You didn't necessarily have to pray, or you prayed in a different way. And it progressed with prophets. God sent prophets as a messenger to send this message out to the world that he wanted to tell. He couldn't send everything that he wanted the people to understand with one prophet, with one messenger. This is why there was multiple messengers. So everybody, it was like phases coming up to the people. And when Christianity happened, this other big religion in general, within Jesus' time, what we call Isa sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he also came with the message that there is one God and there is multiple things that have been added up to the Bible. But every book beside the Quran of religions has been changed. By who? By humans. Even if they are researchers, even if they are big names within the religion, they shouldn't be changing God's words. This is what you're going to get from the Quran. The Quran, as the last message of God, came through Muhammad Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam within the book of the Quran, which has never been touched by a human or added up something to it by a human writing. Everything is since Muhammad Prophet. So it has never been changed. What is in the Quran, it is still the words of God. Of course, there are different books, which is what Muhammad Prophet did and all the stories, what they do. This is what we call Sunnah. This is why it is separated from the Quran. It is not added up to what is God telling you to do. Everything beside that, yes, it might be better to do it that way, but there is no 100% stamp on it. Not like the Quran. So, if you follow that last book that God has sent out to the earth through his messenger, then you can actually learn and teach yourself. But it comes back to the topic that we talked about in the beginning, that you don't know about what you don't know. So if you're living your life as a Christian, as a Jew, as a non-religion person, and you don't give yourself the chance to educate yourself on the thing that you should know, then you cannot really understand all this. If you take the time and actually learn it and try to understand it, you will find all those answers. If you're Christian and you read the Quran, doesn't mean that you did something wrong. If you're Muslim and you read the Bible, it's not that you did something wrong. You learn, you understand. And then you can shape out all this information within your mind. So yeah, brother, this is my take on the religion. And your friend that you tell me the story about, he's really admirable as well, because he went out and looked for answer himself. And he found it. You might not necessarily find answer, but if you don't look for it, don't expect anything to change. And now I'm ready to play the game with you, which is Barrel Game. Thank you for listening to me, and I really had fun. Of course, we can go way deeper into this conversation. It is a never-ending topic, first of all. Second of all, as we said, there is no perfect human being. There is no perfect religion. There is no perfect Muslim. There is no perfect Christian man. There is no perfect situation. There is a path that we have to pursue. And now, you know what time it is, brother.
It's time for the barrel game.
Let's see who start, brother.
Rocks, paper, scissors, shoot. For the first time. Alright, brother. You have 7 genres and a lot of random words. You have 1 minute to tell me a story with 3 words and a random genre you pick.
Cool. I'm gonna choose the word first.
Alright. Don't cheat.
1, 2,
Oh. Okay.
3.
You almost drew a good one. Alright. Get your genre.
This one.
Oh, wow. So, Don't cheat.
No cheating.
Don't cheat. No cheating. So you have, first of all, Ghost,
Ghost.
Football,
Football.
and Meteor.
Ghost, football, and meteor.
With
And
the
the genre-
don't.
Horror.
Oh wow, a good one.
Wait, I have to think about that.
Nah, you only have 1 minute, bro.
Bro, this is too hard, difficult.
You have only 1 minute. Are you ready?
No, not really.
You will have to go either way.
For real, wait, give me a time to
No.
think.
Give me a story with the words meteor, ghost, football in a horror genre. Your timer starts now.
When I was a child, I really liked to play football with my friend. Every time we got home from school, the first thing that we did, we put our backpack and house, and we straight away hit the road. We played football all day, all night, but I had this special football.
Special.
It was looking like a meteor. The
Oh
theme
my
of it
God.
was really beautiful.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, we played out all night. The sun was set down. It became dark. And suddenly, what we seen? Something appears from the ground. It came out like this, and took our ball. It was crazy experience. We all started to scream, "What happened? What happened?" Suddenly, after a few seconds, he comes back and throw the ball from the ground. It was a ghost.
Oh my god.
We couldn't know what is it. Oh my god!
Ah.
It's finished.
It's time, brother.
It's time.
What ghost?
I'm not satisfied with this story.
You included the ghost in the last second, man. I don't know how.
Oh, I wanted to finish this story. That was really nice. I
Yeah.
did that time.
I didn't get the horror feeling from it, but
I was building up.
all right. Yeah, it's the build up. It's hard to build up a story in 1 minute. So, I believe I should rate this story, right? I'm gonna give you. I wasn't feeling this one, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you a 2.
2.
Yeah.
Cool. It's alright. It's alright. But the meteor theme ball was,
It was
creative.
Good. It was good. It was good.
Cool.
So, I believe it's my turn.
It is your turn indeed. So, you know what time it is. It is time for the barrel game. Brother, there is 7 genres and a lot of random words. You have 1 minute to tell me a story with 3 words and the genre you pick randomly.
Cool. 3 words you said, yeah?
Yeah. Go ahead.
1, 2,
Black hole.
let's dig deep.
Black hole.
3. Oh my god,
Oh.
again.
Gladiator.
So, a story with
We have rifle.
this one.
What is this?
I don't know.
Fantasy.
Oh, again.
Why you choose it? Because you already know that this is hard?
No. I chose it because it was in front of my eye.
طيب بصير. Okay. Alright. We have gladiator, we have rifle, and we have black hole.
Black hole.
Tell
Rifle
me
and gladiator.
a fantasy story. You have 1 minute. The timer starts now.
Alright. So, in the ancient mythological era, where every creature were flying around, the griffins, the dragons, the I don't know, the dinosaurs were flying around and running amok. There were a gladiator living in this environment. He was all alone with all these mythical creatures, and he had to hunt down these creatures. How? By a rifle that he dreamt of. He dreamt of a rifle and he made it from scratch, from stones and all that, like with his bare hands. And every time he went he went out to hunt a dinosaur. 1 minute already finished. What the fuck?
Brother, I'ma be honest. I love this story. The build-up was great.
It was so slow.
I felt that I was in the ancient there and everything, but suddenly, you told me Gladiator. it broke down.
How should I add it up?
The fantasy was there. I give you that. The story was a little bit, but you didn't include black hole. So because of that reason, I'm gonna give you a 1.
All right. I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna give you a big fat 1.
I'm gonna take it.
Let's play a few more because I'm feeling it too.
Okay.
Let's see who starts.
Let's see.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Bro, again, every time.
Yeah, it is what it is. So, brother, we have 7 genres and a lot of random words. You have 1 minute to tell me a story with 3 words, and the genre you randomly pick.
Cool. I'm choosing the genre now first.
Oh, you switch up all the time.
Fantasy.
You cheaty little bastard.
I haven't cheated. It was totally random. 1, 2, and
All right.
3. This one.
This one.
Yeah.
All right. Not the best words. Okay. So you have
Chips.
chips. You have war
A war.
and water.
Water. Chips. Fantasy. Oh, I got
So,
it.
brother.
I got it.
Are you ready?
I am ready indeed.
You have 1 minute on the clock, and it
Cool.
starts now.
So, this is the words of the unicorns. Everything is in colors. Everything is wherever you see clouds on the floor. But there is a huge war in here.
Oh.
A war between unicorns
Oh.
and humans.
Oh.
Yes, humans had wings on them, so they can fight all day long.
They were angels.
They were angels. They were fighting for 67 decades straight without any interruption.
Oh.
But everyone was fighting for one specific thing. There was a mysterious weapon. This mysterious weapon was chips filled with water.
Oh my god.
Everyone was fighting to get this, and nobody can get it. So the fight's gone.
Stop, don't.
I wanted to finish it. I almost finished
You almost finished it, you almost did.
That was a good fantasy.
It was a good
I like
fantasy.
fantasy.
Alright. You included everything, but you didn't have a finish to this specific story. So I'm gonna give you.
The end should be just they kept on fighting and nobody got it.
I don't give a shit, bro. You had 1 minute only.
That's right.
So I'm gonna give you a 3.
3?
A 3.
Bro, I deserve more.
Nah, it deserved more, but you didn't.
Come
It didn't have a
on.
finish. So it is what it is.
Oh.
Let's go, bro.
Alright, there are 7 genres and a lot of random words. You have 1 minute to tell me a story with 3 words and the genre you pick randomly.
Great. Randomly.
Are you ready?
Can't I choose?
No, take this one.
All right. I'm gonna take you on it. So 3 random words you said. All right. This.
You already have 3.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, volcano. Fly and zero gravity.
Oh my god.
This is and the genre
Oh my god.
horror.
A horror genre. This. Oh.
This theme is amazing.
This theme is it's not bad.
It's
not
really
bad.
good. It's really
not
good.
bad. It's kind of building up, but
Build
am I
up the
going-
horror story, huh?
am I going to?
Brother, we have volcano, zero gravity, and fly. Tell me a horror story. You have 1 minute. The timer starts now.
All right. So there was an inhabited island, and this island was always so dark because there was a huge volcano in the middle of the island that erupted every 10 seconds, and it came with ashes, and the ashes locked down the view from the sky, there was zero vision of the sky. And it was like a theme where I went and there was a path and I walked there alone. Wherever I looked, I've seen darkness
Why are you talking like that?
because I'm building up.
You have 10
All-
seconds.
All I've seen is darkness, and suddenly I stepped in a no gravity zone and I started flying, and I flew into the lava and died.
I wasn't expecting that.
A good one. That was a good one. That.
The beginning was really bad. The end, I didn't expect. I give you that.
Yeah. The build-up was boring.
And I didn't understand. Look. Until you were talking to me like this, and there was no horror in it. This is not horror when you come.
Yeah. True.
But in the last 10 seconds, you pushed it. You give it your all.
Yeah, I did.
So if I read the last 10 seconds of your
Yeah,
performance,
forget the. Bro, I basically gave you a full story in 10 seconds. Look at it that way.
but it wasn't horror.
It was.
What, you flow because zero gravity and you died in the volcano?
No,
What
I
is
was
the
walking.
horror?
I was walking the path, and it was darkness all around me.
But darkness
was
is not
fearful.
horror.
It was fearful darkness.
Debatable.
Ah.
I'm gonna give you a 3.5.
All
This
right,
time.
I will take it.
3.5.
Good.
Good job. So yeah, that was our podcast episode for today. I really could go on forever with these kind of games. They are just so fun to play, and it is really a great experience because it really put us in the state when we feel like child again, and this is so important. And people often forget that what we are living for don't have to be always stressful. We can have some fun with it and get the most out of the situation. It is also improving us in a way that our imagination and creativity, because every time we pull out random words and we have to make a story in 1 minute, it is so difficult, but it's not just so fun to play, it is also something we learn in the process.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that we added up to our episodes. And besides that, what we talked about today in religion, I believe that I also and what we talked about religion in today's episode, I also believe that and what we talked about in today's episode, especially about religion, I feel like I learned new things, and it is always good to hear a different kind of approach to not just religion in general, but life. So thank you, brother, for talking to me about these topics, and looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, thank you as well. I had so much fun in this episode. We kind of closed a lot of things, and it was a great way to express ourselves through the game or through the topic that we had today. And I'm looking forward for the next episode.
Cool, brother.